I know. The joke is over. The meme is dead. But I can't fly my maple leaf, can I? When I don't actually live in Canada. I live in fucking clown world. We had an election earlier this week, and turns out I didn't grossly underestimate the problem so much as I completely misunderstood it. I honestly don't think I understand it now, let alone have any ideas on possible solutions to it. All I can tell you is what I saw, and what I saw was 16 million people cast their ballots, and more than 15 million of them voted for parties that openly support a national vaccine passport, which will separate the Society of Clown World into two distinct classes, one of which will have its rights trampled. 10 million more eligible voters couldn't be arsed to go out and vote against it, or even for it, which at least would have been something. But 97% of registered voters just told the government, yeah, go ahead. That's fine. I thought the problem was people didn't see what was happening. And that if you illuminated it, if you showed it to them, they would be aware of it and they would resist. But like I said, I completely misunderstood. That I have conversations with people, pointing out these things that are happening, and they go, yeah, that's terrible, I'm against that. And then you ask, so why did you vote for a party that supports these things? Well, I didn't vote for them because I want them to do that. But you just gave them permission to do it. Well, I liked these other things, but I don't want them to do that. They're not going to do that. But they're already doing it. I tell them, no, but they're not gonna. Right? And it doesn't matter that they see it happening in front of them. They already see it. It's not that they don't see it. They see it happening, and somehow they're in complete denial that it's happening, and the happening will lead to the next step. But they don't believe that the next step will occur. You point out to them that 15 days to flatten the curve became perpetual mask mandates, lockdowns that destroyed 60,000 small businesses, creating 2.2 million new unemployed people, leading to the greatest wealth transfer from the middle class to the wealthy elites in the history of peoplekind. They limited the number of guests you could have in your own home. And now, unvaccinated people aren't allowed on planes, trains, in bars, movie theaters, restaurants, concert venues, or gyms. And the Ontario Human Rights Commission has released a statement saying that it is, in fact, not a violation of your human rights for employers to mandate that employees get vaccines as a condition of their continued employment. And people have already been fired from their jobs, mostly in healthcare, but from other places. And they look at you and say, yeah, but they're not going to act on that. They know all those things have happened. They know all those things are wrong. And they know that it's in the process of happening. The wheels are turning and people are being fired for being unvaccinated. And they say, but people aren't going to be fired for being unvaccinated. What is the word for that problem? What is the name of that? And how do you... it's not even how do you argue that, because you argue it and they go, yeah, I know, that's terrible. but it's not going to happen. They seem to think that these things, they happen in regimes in some vague point in history they never experienced and only read about in books, that it's something that happens on the far side of the world, but it can't possibly happen here, while they're watching it happen. But they're so firmly convinced that it can't happen that even when it's happening, they simply deny it's happening. What do you do with that? What? These people in denial will be in denial every step of the way, no matter how bad it gets. Their children will grow up knowing nothing else. We're masking 3 and 4-year-olds in daycares, for fuck's sake. The resistors will all be banned from protesting. They're making certain kinds of protests illegal. Internet censorship bills, so you can't even express your disapproval online on social media. The dissenters will be fired from their jobs and disappeared from the internet. God knows what will happen to them. And these people in denial will be in denial till they die. And their children will see it as a new normal. That for them it will be the norm. It took 70 years for the USSR to collapse. China's still going strong with its social credit system. North Korea has been North Korea for generations. Cuba has been Cuba for generations. This was our opportunity. This was our chance, and people are in such denial about the possibility of it happening that 97% of registered voters missed it. And now it's over. Is doomer? Is doomer the word for this? This has made me straight doomer. It's done. We don't get another shot. We lost. Not just because I believe that doesn't mean that I'm not going to be a fucking curmudgeon until they execute me. They can try to starve me to death by removing my ability to make an income. But until then, I'm going to seek out every business that is resisting, that is refusing to enforce vaccine passports. And I'm going to eat there. I may not go down swinging per se, but I will go down giving everyone the fucking finger. So, see you in the gulags. I'm Irving Twin. Like, subscribe, or don't. It's not a free country, and now I'm not sure it ever was.